You need one of these. Because it's time for Dudes After Dark. Let's go.
The tall dogs are out barking tonight. Let's go. 16-ounce lime garage beers. It's Tony, your Prince of the Poor's Lane, and we are launching yet another Dudes After Dark, the Dad Pod, live here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. And as always, we are brought to you by Garage Beer. It's everywhere. I think even we saw Rob Rawlings of Monkey Garage drinking one of these this week. They're taking everything over by storm. It's in Chicago. We're in the central time zone, people. Things are getting real, so they are spreading, and I cannot wait for everybody to get their hands on one of these garage beer limes. Summer may be over, but just crank up the heat in your house, get nice and hot, get a little sweat, and it'll just be like drinking one in the summertime in the middle of winter. That's a fact. You heard it here first. And all right, and we have Johnsy will be joining us here in a moment at some point tonight, live from work, just like the good old days. It's like the first time we met Johnsy when he wouldn't want to turn on someone's power so he could do his appearance on there, and he was talking speakerphone in his ear. You know, those are the good old days. Those are the good old days. Speaking of the good old days, I think we're basically all been together long enough to classify as saying we were doing things in the good old days here on the Dude Network. The man out of South Carolina, our executive vice president, the South Kakalaki segment soothsaying, Sazon smashing, smoke a fried wing eaten with Carolina gold wrapped in its beautiful 5-pound cloak of downtown sauce. A man that drops people's jaws with his wings. Damon Kite, what up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, cheers to you, bro.
Girl, I still love that you have some.
Hey, man, you know I'm holding on to them, man. Holding on to them. What's going
Have
on
a
with
solid
you, man?
week. Did you have a solid week, my friend?
Yeah, man. Hey, it wasn't too bad. They tried to work me a little bit, but
outside of the 2-hour meetings.
Hey, you know how them goes, man. Them 2-hour meetings is like, yeah, okay then.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, if that's all it takes, and I mean, next week they might leave me alone, I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, you got to work hard every once in a while on
Yeah,
one
for
week,
sure, man.
And like when you're already through Wednesday and you already worked hard, it's like, man, I'm just going to bust this week out. Like, where's there the biggest crowd of people where I can do the most amount of work, where I can sweat the most, so I can just feel sorry for me.
That's
so
right.
in the next 5 weeks, like, oh, don't worry about Dan. He works hard, man. Like,
That's
you're back there editing,
writing numbers down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of a man that works hard, though.
Absolutely.
This guy works hard.
Yes, he does.
So hard, they gave him promotions.
Ooh.
All the way to the top. I mean,
I
don't know. Our director of quality control.
Yep.
And our king of egos.
Just.
The Turbo Texas Tornado. The taco fajita making, open fire, sizzling, Alfregoni hanging out on the market for a pellet grill.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Nombre. Shut up. What up?
Yeah. That was a lot of adjectives. I got lost.
Yeah, welcome back.
That's a rock star status right there.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, we get like the Turbo Texas Turbo Twister.
So fun fact: Texas Tornado was Von Erich when he was in WWE.
Okay.
Von Erich
from that whole family.
Yes, only Kevin's alive. Kerry's the one that made it to the WWE. Little wrestling fact for you there, you wrestling fans out there.
There you go.
And he wrestled with one leg. I take that back, with one foot, because he had messed them up, and it was crazy, dude. The guy was a beast.
It was a car accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, so his tenured on the WWE as the Texas Tornado, he had 1 foot, and he won the belt. I mean, we know it's all pre-scheduled, but still, they're athletes, and you gotta, be out there.
Well, you
Just a
got to
little
perform.
fun fact for you there.
When
Texas
I hear
wrestling fun
Texas
fact.
Tornado, I think of that twangy country song. My little Texas Tornado.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay. That one. Okay.
How was that? I mean, we're going to be bringing live bands. We got to test these acoustics, guys. We got
I got 'em.
concerts to pull off. This
Hey,
year.
I mean, y'all sound good, but I ain't never heard that before.
What?
Nah, I'm good.
No, 90s
No?
country.
Must be a
George
Texas
Strait?
song. That's a Texas song.
No, that's an
no.
American song.
That's an American song?
Yeah, it's Texas,
Yeah.
America. Hello.
Okay.
No,
well,
Texas is part of
here we
America.
go.
You heard it here first. Hey,
Here
Texas
we
admitted
go.
it's part of the union. Look at
God
us.
dang it, bro.
We're just closing all kinds of myths on these
Jeez, have
live
mercy,
shows,
bro.
guys.
I was
Here
gonna
we
send
go.
y'all a picture about that. Y'all would have laughed.
Oh, I'm
I mean-
sure. Yeah, with your
I mean-
algorithm, anything's possible. That's a fact.
When we need a California guy, where is he at right now?
Yeah. We need. Yeah, we don't got
We need that California to scapegoat right now.
Yeah, we do. We do. Actually, now we can just all focus on Texas.
Well,
There you go.
hey, we do it like with Nombre. Yeah, we just bash on Cali now.
That's right.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That's true.
Is it bashing if it's factual?
Good. Hey, I like
Or it's
that.
are we just sharing information in a funny way?
This is
Okay.
true. That is true.
Isn't it? But it's the tone in which we deliver said facts. I think is what we're being judged on. I mean, I think that's where the confusion
Right.
is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You know,
You see.
California's so awesome. Johnson's wanting to leave. Just you heard it here first.
So the other 200-some thousand that are in Texas now. So.
All right.
I mean, it
God
was there.
bless Montana. Oh shit! I think it's Montana for real now. Oh man, so pretty excited for our guest tonight, guys. I know we've everyone's been watching Danny for quite some time. He's one of the one. He's like we were joking about. He was a Moby Dick that got away. We almost had him on a year ago, and he was like, "I'm not ready for the spotlight. I'm just not there yet." He said, maybe next time, guys.
That's right.
He hit us with the old Olay. I'll get back with you, but then he didn't.
But he's here.
He went the whole. It's holiday season. I got some stuff going on, so yeah, a couple projects. Get back with me, and conveniently forget to hit me up with. And it works because I forgot to hit him back up. So man, that outsmarted the dude himself.
God dang.
He may not be our little Texas tornado, but he's from Oklahoma, where the wind blows sweeping in the rain.
Yeah, you own it tonight, man.
I'm feeling it, dude.
Your pipes.
That was
are
impressive.
tonight.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
You could be on the
I don't
next
know. I
American
always
Idol.
thought I sounded like ass. So man, if I
You're
start
gonna be
singing
on
good,
American Idol next.
I got to tone it down. Alyssa will start making me want to go to like, karaoke. Yeah, we can
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Shebang.
Oh baby, when she moves, she moves.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, rest in peace.
Hey, my man right here, Owen says you got the voice of an angel.
That's right. Owen knows.
That's
Owen's
it.
out there living his best camping life.
Maybe an archangel, but hey, who knows?
Oh. Archangels. But a man that is an angel.
Yeah.
And man that dominates the backyard.
True.
A man that makes it happen, does crazy, wild things. But a man that just brings the nation together with the love language that is food. Cooking in the yard. And I hope I don't say his last name wrong. I think I got this down. I think I got it.
Let's hear it.
All right. Danny Dobrzenski.
Woo!
What's up, fellas? What's up?
If we had a
Thanks for having me
soundboard
on.
right now, we would hit the applause button.
There you go.
Hey, did I get the last name right? How do you say your last name?
Very close. Dobrzenski. I will say though, I've had people butcher it way worse than that. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I told him it was. He didn't believe me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
there
didn't
you
listen.
go.
Normally, yeah, I mean, I'm from the Midwest too, man. So the skis and the icks and the itches, I normally got down, so I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
I
deserve
normally
better.
get an itch like in my back. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I've had a
no,
lot of
that,
people tell me that I spell it wrong because there's too many consonants in a row, and it's like, I think I know how to spell my own name. But no, it's been butchered way worse than that. I appreciate the intro and the song too. Got a little bit of the walk up music. That was a nice touch. I didn't know there was going to be so much singing already. I'm impressed.
well,
We are too. We are too.
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah. I just wanted to. You make me nervous, man. The only way I could compensate for that is singing and just getting awkwardness out of the way early. So I'm just, I'm good now.
Okay, we're here.
But yeah, I didn't even know that song was gonna. Yeah, when I found out you were not from Missouri, but actually Oklahoma, then that's when it kind of popped into my head. When I hear
So
Oklahoma, I immediately think that song every time.
is this the time to say that I spent 12 or 13 years in Texas as well? Do we need to get that out of the way?
I like
Is
this
that
guy.
going to take us off course here?
No, that's perfect,
It
bro.
depends.
I mean,
Did you leave Texas because you wanted to, or because you had to?
Ooh, I left because that's a really good question. I left for a job when I was in the corporate world. Yeah.
He probably didn't want to, but he had to.
Yeah.
No, hey, Texas is supposed to have all this money. They obviously didn't see talent, and he went somewhere where they did see talent, and that was Oklahoma. Texas shit on this man. They poo-pooed all over his chest. That's bullcrap. Oklahoma.
Do you know how many people live in Texas?
3.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What part? I mean, hell, you guys have 5.
I mean, you could fit Ohio like 10 times in here. Just saying.
Yeah. I was in Austin for a dozen years, and that's where they say that's where I learned about good barbecue and waiting in line for 5-6 hours for it.
Jesus.
This guy's the worst.
That's great.
You're just digging it deeper, man.
I mean, I knew there was a Facebook connection. That's why
I was gonna say. I mean, you make a
No, I'll just decide. What part of Texas did you live in? Because I mean,
Austin.
It depends. It's
Austin.
what region, Austin. So what is that, like North Central? So what kind of barbecue is that? SPG, no beans and chili, right?
Yep. Salt and pepper. Yeah. Is the rumor. Now there's, everybody's got their own mix and their secret and everything else that they say is, for theirs, but salt and pepper. That's it. That's what it takes to make good barbecue. Nothing else.
Mesquite, a lot of mesquite up there.
Mesquite and post oak. Yeah, about a 50-50 split is still to this day how I cook a brisket in the backyard is 50-50 mesquite and post oak.
Can you get mesquite in Oklahoma?
Yeah, I mean, it comes in a bag. Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know if that was a tree. I didn't know if it grew up that high. I didn't know if it went up that north.
There you go. Yeah, they reach here.
Okay, yeah. That was I was genuinely curious. I don't know. I always ask, like, what kind of wood do you live by?
Like, we don't have much post oak growing here, but I know that's. I'm lucky that I can buy it here. I'm just happy that I can get it in the bag, the big blocks and chunks of it. And that's good enough for me.
Hell yeah. But yeah. Anyways, welcome, Danny. We love to have you. Ooh, bourbon alert! All right, tell me, what are we drinking?
Cheers. This is Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. They just started distributing Smoke Wagon to Oklahoma, and I am thrilled about that. It's a distillery company out of Nevada, Las Vegas, I believe. And
Vegas,
they came on the scene a few years ago, real hard with some really good bourbons, and like anything else, the distribution of it only allows it to go to certain places at certain times and so forth. But we've got it here now, which is it's pretty exciting.
Hey, y'all doing better than we are because we can't get it in South Carolina yet.
Is that right? Yeah,
I haven't seen it. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying it's not here. I just haven't seen it.
It's funny how coming to Oklahoma and seeing the different bourbons that are on the shelf here, like the we get a lot of Buffalo Trace. You see that from time to time at real prices at $25-$30 a bottle. The Weller Green Label, the Special Reserve, is just overflowing the shelves here.
It's same here in Ohio.
Yeah, and of course there's no other Weller labels that are out. You guys in Ohio do pretty good with those, like the Antique 107 and stuff, right?
Yeah, I get the Antique. Actually, I got a full bottle over there. I didn't like it. It's something I'd have to drink over ice, I think, because it's a little too bitey for me. Lately, I've been doing really good. I'm in a little bit of a rhythm. I got 3 stores I know they're drop days where I can normally go get something fairly cool. Like yesterday, they've been doing these Ohio Liquor exclusives, which like Ohio Liquor goes down and picks certain things. And yesterday, I found the Ezra Brooks Cast Strength Ohio Liquor exclusive, but that shit's like 126 proof. So I'm going to probably proceed with caution on that one. That's going to be like the final sip before I go to sleep stuff right there.
Hey, that's the good stuff, man.
So like,
Yeah.
but yeah, tonight I'm going to be drinking Cleveland whiskey, the 10th anniversary Black Reserve from Johnsy. Johnsie's not with us tonight, but he did donate this bottle to the Dude Network Studios.
That was a good pour right there.
Yeah, it really for $30 a bottle too.
Yeah,
it's really good.
That was a good pour.
Yep. Actually, you guys know that Bruzel? That the bourbon guy Bruzel? We had him on the show once.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, he's like a big big YouTube guy. He was in Dayton once, and and someone went to him and like, "Hey, he's like, what should I get? Sell me on something." And they sold him on that Cleveland whiskey Bridge in Maine because they said it was a cross between Weller and E.H. Taylor. And he was like, "Well, I gotta try it." And he did like a whole video. It was just kind of cool to see like a Cleveland whiskey randomly get featured because they didn't pay for that exposure, so that was cool. Anyways. Sorry, Dan. I told you, very conversational flow here. So yeah.
I've learned more already in these last 10 minutes than I did probably my senior year of high school. So keep it coming.
Shit! I didn't do nothing. I got accepted I got accepted early my senior year, and I did nothing after that. Just graduate. Just graduate.
Yeah, C's get degrees and D's get diplomas. That's how that works.
There you go.
Hey, C's to get degrees got me that beautiful thing up there in the wall. It's hard to believe that school went out of business a couple months ago, but I still got this piece of paper that said I made it.
I mean, you can still print them off the internet. It's fine.
Yeah. And I'll become an ordained minister to put beside it so people really believe it.
I'm a brain surgeon in 12 different countries. Like I am set. Like there's no problem there.
Hey, I've watched 7 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I'm ready for whatever comes my way.
I stayed at the Holiday Inn Express last night, so I'm a genius.
I'm telling you right now, after watching Suits, I hope nobody ever tries to sue me because they are done. I don't need no attorney. I know how this litigation shit works. Bring it on, Suits. But no, Danny. What nombre?
No, that's a really good show. We binge watched all 9 seasons.
Oh, I think I told you to about that one. You guys got into it then?
Oh, we binge watched the shit out of it. Yeah,
it's bad, man. That one gets out of control.
Yeah.
Yep. So, hey, you get to see the royal family getting down and dirty in that. I mean, that's rare. Meghan Markle. I mean,
but she messed it up in mid-season. They both disappeared. The 2 main characters. It's like, what the hell?
You got to create new storyline, hombre. No. That's when you know it's over, though. That's when you know a show's over.
Well, no, they survived because that guy left like season 6 or 7. They went 2 more.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. Entourage sucked the last 3 seasons, but I still watched every one religiously 6 times. It's just the loyalty factor at that point.
6 times.
Dude, Entourage my shit. Frags. So Danny, man, I think so. Everyone's gonna, Danny is a guest here tonight. Yeah, we do get a little off topic. It happens. Yeah. It happens. Cheers to that for sure. So Danny, a couple weeks ago, our good friend Nombre, this guy down here, bottom right on your screen, tagged me in the post. And I'm like, what's this Nombre guy tagging me in here? And it was on a post, and it said, "Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no?" And then I go, don't even get me started on this one.
Yeah.
And Danny goes, "Well, I'd like to know." I said, "Well, you'd have to turn into the show to figure it out." He goes, "I guess so." I said, in my head, I'm like, that might have been a little rude or be at least come across that way. I said, "How about you just come on the show?" And he goes, "Book it." And that's how we are. That's why we're here. So that's the story. So
one thing leads to the other. Here we are.
Pineapple on pizza. Like, there's a lot of people waiting to see this. I don't want to prolong it too much because I don't want to be one of them guys that makes you watch a 6-minute short video so you can watch and be like, hey, subscribe and follow for part 2.
Yep.
So pineapple on pizza, guys. Danny, I'll let you ask the question here. The floor is yours, sir.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? Now, do you want me to answer that, or should we just start the debates? Because I can very factually, damn near scientifically prove that it may or may not belong on there. So let's just take the gloves off, man. Let's
All right.
go.
Let's do 1, 2, 3, yes or no. We each do 1, 2, 3, because I don't know your answer either. So
Mhm.
someone yell 1, 2, 3. So it's 1,
One,
2, 3, then say it. So
All right.
all
1,
right.
2, 3.
No,
No.
No.
no,
Yes. Fucking
No.
love this guy.
no, absolutely not.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome
This
to the
dude's
Dude
a
Network,
dude.
Danny. Welcome to the
This
Dude
dude-
Network.
Welcome to
This
the Dude
dude's a
Network.
dude.
Welcome.
I was
So-
sweating there for a minute.
I was nervous. I was like, man, I really want to like this guy. He's
Yeah,
done some things, man. I need him as an ally in this world.
Yeah.
So I am. So there's. Let me give you a little backstory as to why I am so passionate about pizza. First of all,
There you go.
so I've got the Oklahoma wind blowing behind me. We talked about that I was in Texas for a number of years, which took this thing a little bit off course. This may take this thing further off course. I'm originally from the Northeast. I'm from New Jersey originally. Spent a lot of time in New York City. And there's, tons of different debate. We're going to talk about Chicago. We can talk about Detroit. To me, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut is the mecca of pizza. Now, there's, we can get into is Chicago pizza casserole and the whole thing, right? But I don't care about that. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut pizza is the best. And pineapple does not go on pizza in the Northeast traditionally, unless you're getting it from Domino's or whatever, which if you're ordering pizza from Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and you live in one of those three places, like there's that's a whole different conversation, right? So I've grown up and lived my life by the laws of fruit does not go on pizza. And I was in Hawaii on vacation one time, and my wife said, "Is this going to be the time when you're gonna try it? Like, we're in Hawaii, like you should try a pineapple pizza." And I did. I broke down a one in Rome sort of thing, and it was good. And then I came back and I was like, well, maybe I'm a changed man. And I tried it, here, and it was absolute garbage. So I am happy to die on a hill fighting pineapple does not belong on pizza. So you've heard it here on the Dude Network.
Well, we got your back on this one.
And I mean, I feel you do have to try it to give your judgment. And I've tried it, and it's a definite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Tony, have you tried it? We've talked about it all the
Yes.
time, but yeah, okay.
I have, because
Yeah.
my wife gets it all the time. Like, she's pineapple on pizza. When you get a medium one topping pizza, like we get there's like a deal here. You get like a large anything, and you get like a free one topping medium. Like, well, the free one topping medium is pineapple on pizza. So I have tried it. And I'm all about the flavors. You guys know, like I like to stack my flavors. That's one, like the fruit with the marinara sauce. That pineapple is not the fruit to put with marinara sauce.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it just does not taste good. Now I hear the pineapple and jalapeno. That makes me if it was like with a good aioli sauce and not a marinara sauce, then maybe. But that it's not pizza at that point, right? It's just a fried bread with toppings.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Damon?
No, but I mean, the thing is, though, if you put that wet pineapple on it, it's just going to soggy up the pizza. I mean, it just makes it all soggy.
That's true.
To
What
me.
if you would do like a thin, crispy pineapple topping?
It's still the same way because I've had it. It sucks.
Okay. All right. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Now, I came into this not like I knew what we were going to be talking about. I knew this was going to be a topic of conversation, and I didn't do any deep digging or research or asking around of like, hey, what are these guys going to say to me? Am I going to get laughed out of the room, or is there going to be a fight or argument? I wanted this whole thing to be, authentic reaction. So
Yeah, man.
when I said no earlier, I had no idea what you guys were going to say.
And I honestly didn't even follow that
Well,
thread to see where you
well,
stood at on it. It was just our little thread. And then when you were coming on the show, I was like, shut it down. I'm like, I don't, because I agreed. I'm glad we were patient and held out. That's for
Look
sure.
at that. It's worth it sometimes. Yeah, man. that that post that I put on my Facebook page, I have never had anything get to 500 comments as quickly as that did. It was just like, and I'm not the first person that's asked a question. I'm not the 1,000th person. There's going to be another 1,000 people that after me that do the same thing. But that is the one, like, throw politics and religion out the window. Like, you want to get into it with somebody, you talk about pineapple on
For
pizza.
sure.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
I
the
took a
one.
screenshot and I said, Tony, this dude is like on fire right now with his comments. He's like, oh, bro, the show's gonna be fire. I was like, yeah, it is.
I was
Yeah,
like,
and-
man, I was like, because I was like, I'm ready to go to war if he says yes. Like, I mean, yeah. I was like,
And- And my thing on those too is like, I don't want to be a jerk to anybody. Like, part of my job is engaging with people and getting them to come back and engage more.
Yeah.
But there's times when whatever anybody's into, and this is my philosophy on food, life. It doesn't matter whatever you're into, as long as you're not hurting anybody. That's fine. You order pineapple on your pizza, that's fine.
yeah,
Don't tell me I'm wrong, and all the reasons that I'm wrong for thinking the way those people I go back at. Because those are the people that are, they're looking for a debate or an argument or something like that. And I'm happy to give it to them when it's on a topic that I'm as passionate about as pineapple on pizza. So
Right.
that's that one blew up pretty quick. I was pretty surprised by that.
yeah. It's amazing what people get charged up about. And I'm with you, man. Like, food's supposed to make you happy. It's supposed to be a bright spot in your day. And if pineapple on your pizza makes you that much happier, be happy.
More kudos
But
to you.
again,
Yeah.
like you said, don't go shoving your damn beliefs down my throat.
That's right. That's right.
Don't want to go
And-
right back
and-
on you with some facts.
And not for nothing, but some of the stuff that I cook and in my videos they're a little bit off the wall, and some of that is I want to try to bring different things and put them out on social media for people to try and super easy stuff a lot of times, and I'm not saying that I'm the most traditional guy cooking stuff on social media. The other day I did Hawaiian jalapeno poppers, which was ham, pineapple, cream cheese, and a jalapeno, and that was really good. I think I started the video with like, oh, I guess pineapple is actually good if it's not on pizza, and but yeah, no, it's there is a deep rooted belief about pineapple on pizza, which it gets people fired up every time. So if I ever need to go to the well of kicking up some dust, that's where I know I can go to from now on.
Right.
The pineapple on pizza is just as high as a food debate as beans and chili. Just throwing it out there. It's up there.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
You're talking
Or
about
like a
people
low and slow.
punching each other for that conversation. Those two are the top two right there.
And fat cap up and down, on
That
brisket.
too. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a hot dog, a sandwich. Like, yeah, that's always a pop. That's a
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. There's a lot of those, and a lot of it's
and God bless all of them for content creators. God bless every damn one of them.
That is, it doesn't get much better. That's exactly right. Yeah, gets the conversation started and keeps it going a lot of times. So it's a lot of fun. It's having the opportunity to do what I do and bring food to different types of food to people that didn't think they knew how to cook and that sort of thing has been a blast. And my time in Texas, my heart belongs to barbecue. Like there's nothing better than a piece of Franklin's brisket or something like that. But it's it's really hard to cook three briskets in a week and keep up with social media and all
That's
that.
true.
So I'll throw one in every once in a while just to make everybody aware that I can do it. But no, there's a lot of fun stuff out there.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I'll get questions off. We want to get to know you, but I think Damon, you got one of Danny's video clips here.
Yeah. I mean,
We want to show everybody what Danny does.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Speaking of something different that nobody else sees, is this one right here.
Eggs. This might be the absolute perfect food to bring to your next brunch.
That's good. Holy shit.
They're phenomenal. Full recipe is below. We're using Made in carbon steel frying pan to make the magic happen. Cook breakfast sausage and set aside. Medium boil those eggs, slice them in half. Then we're going to prepare our flour and dredge stations so we can fry up those eggs. Separate the yolks, mix with all the ingredients listed below. Put some shredded cheddar cheese in there, mix it up really well. Bring back that carbon steel frying pan. Oil goes in. The pan is amazing. Can heat up to 1200 degrees. Can go from stove to oven, back to stove again, and heats evenly. Drop those egg whites into the hot oil. Here's what they look like. Put the deviled eggs together. You'll find a link in my bio to get a discount on all of Maiden's cookware. If you like this video, let me know if you're going to make.
Hey,
Holy
those were
shit, I
good.
missed that one.
Those
That-
were good.
hey,
Dude,
You'll be the
that-
life of Easter party right there. You'll be the life
Yeah.
of it right there. I tell you what.
You know,
You'll get
the-
great. You'll get great
terrible.
grandma mad at you because your deviled eggs are better than hers. Tell you what.
The easiest
love the
way to eat a dozen
creativity,
eggs
man.
is deviled eggs, and those were the easiest way to eat about 6 dozen eggs in one
yes,
sitting. They were
that
good.
they are. You are exactly right.
They were good. It's always, you know, the next day is debatable as to whether
Yeah.
anybody wants to be around me or not. But that's but yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one for sure.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd get crucified if I took something to compete with my mother-in-law's deviled eggs at family get-togethers. But
Even
those
more of a reason for them
might-
to hate you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but those though, I don't think anybody could hate you because, dude, he deep fried the
Yeah.
white in the panko.
Yes. It's amazing.
It was
that-
like eating a McGriddle sandwich with a deviled egg all in 2 bites or whatever. Yeah, it was really good.
Can
And
we
that
talk
one,
about? I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that, but can we just
No.
talk about how you nailed the cook on every boiled egg was just the same consistency? I mean,
True.
I know they're all in the same boiling water at the same time, but still, it was just.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Yeah, it's,
Do you use one of those little egg timers though?
no,
That you put
no,
in the water that
it's-
rises when it shows you what the temp. Have you ever seen those, you guys?
not,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a dome.
I haven't
It's a
seen
dome.
Yeah, you put it in there like with your eggs, and it floats as it gets hot. Like and it's like
Oh, that. Never mind. Yeah. I know
yeah,
what you
and
mean.
when it shows, it'll show like raw, medium, and it'll know when to pull your eggs to get that consistency. It's like a timer, but like
Yeah.
old school. It's like an old school tool they used to use to
Oh man,
when it got up so much when it floated so much above the surface. It was how done the boiled eggs were.
that
So-
would I need to get one of those. That'd be a lot easier than kind of saying a little prayer
Yeah.
under my breath that I'm not going to have to boil another dozen eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You know what's going to really make you mad is I think they're like under $5. I
Mm.
think it's called an egg timer.
Yeah, they're all over Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe that could be my next sponsor.
the
That'd be great.
NordPro Egg Perfect Egg Timer, $5.71, Amazon.
That
Yep.
is as good
Yeah,
as
it's called
as
the
good as
Egg
purchase at
Perfect
this
Egg
point.
Timer. See,
Yeah.
that's why you come on these degenerate
Hey.
shows, Danny. You get to learn
There-
some things.
There you go. I mean, you teach me stuff next week. I'll be back. I'll be back again. That's really good. I mean, especially with the price of eggs and groceries and everything else right now, spending that $5 is
Hey,
well
he
worth
can
it.
make
do
you a
some
dinner for
like
$10.
He'll do some like Amazon affiliate post with an egg timer this week, and that bitch will go viral. And he's like, "Hey, can I come back on? Like my followers really like that."
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to talk about something else. We need to, we
What
need
other
a new
kitchen
rake for the
gadget?
yard or something. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the pizzazz?
And
Yeah,
I
what
saw
was-
you had that the meat thingamabobber. I have one too. I enjoy the crap out of mine. Instead of just having a spoon and you're kind of just knocking it all down, when you were breaking up the beef meat, that was
Oh, yeah,
beef or
yeah,
sausage
yeah.
or whatever.
I got two
Yeah.
of those, dude. Yeah,
Dude,
got
I
two of
love
those.
mine. I love mine.
In case one's dirty, I got two.
They're great. They're great for sausage too. That
Yeah.
stuff just gets sticky sometimes, so it
Yeah.
helps.
It's the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
way to cook taco meat. It's the
A
only
little, so
way
a little cheat code on that. Next time you use it, before you break the meat, you put spray just directly on that oil, cooking oil spray, and it'll just come right off.
Learn something else.
Little kitchen
There you
hack. I know more than barbecue
On what?
pokes.
What are we talking about? Kitchen oil on what?
That little thingamabobber.
Oh yeah, this
Anyways.
thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
a minute.
Yeah.
Put some oil on there first. It makes it better.
Yeah.
Oh, spray oil on the chopper. Got
Yeah,
it.
well,
Mhm.
stick
You
to
put
it.
oil on it, then you can just go at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, that's exactly what
Okay,
to do.
yeah,
it.
get after
Wait a
it.
minute.
Just get,
Yes.
exactly.
Wow.
Go to town.
Texas.
Just go to town and get that
Now we
meat.
know why
Jesus.
Danny misses Texas.
Yeah,
What?
get that meat.
Salt, pepper, my ass. That's some horseradish right there. Oh
Yeah,
man.
John said, "What's wrong with a good old wooden spoon?" It don't do this thing though, John.
No, John Z, stop it.
Jonesy tries to be Mormon, not on the not that's with old school with the practices with the wooden spoon, not because of anything involved with real life orientation. Son of a second half coming up next. I'm out.
You guys have a 7-second delay button, right? Just hit the button.
Nope,
Let's
no
delays
here.
Love you, John. Yeah, John, that's my
No
bad.
delays here.
Yep. Next plane ticket's on me on that one. I got full.
Yeah, he got you, bro. I mean, geez,
that wasn't even what I meant. Damn it!
What? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
I feel like such an asshole, and that's coming from me. I never feel. Yeah, that's what happens when I'm not there. You should have what Nombre said the first 10 seconds before you got on here. John, I apologize. You deserve better than that, bro.
We still love you, buddy.
For the record, Jonesy, I didn't say shit, bro.
Nombre is so happy it wasn't him.
It was all Tony.
Well, the good thing about being on the internet is this stuff doesn't live forever, right? This is going to be gone.
Absolutely. So what I was referring to is like Johnsy butchers a hog every year and still does everything very old school, no kitchen gadgets, hand chops onions, no smash press. So yeah. So.
Keep digging, sir.
Yeah, no. So I was
digging,
he's like, what's wrong with a wooden spoon? I was like, yeah, John, you're still the guy that butchers your pig every year too. I'm done.
Talking about wooden spoons. Have y'all seen that video? It's a lady. She boils the wooden spoons, and just all this kind of crud just comes out of them, and you're just like, holy moly! I wash them, but I never boil them. Just a little video.
What is it?
Maybe
so this lady's like. She's like, oh, I've cooked with these all this time, and someone recommended that I boil them to clean them properly. She's like, because they asked her, how do I clean it? I go, soap and water. Duh. She goes, no, you need to boil them. So the lady has 4 main spoons. And you can see when you cook with wooden spoons, the tips get a darker color, shade of color. Well, they stay dark, right? But she boils them, and there's just this dirty-looking water. Just dirty-looking water.
Yeah. Maybe I need to do that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
maybe I
what's
don't
living in
need to
mine
do
right
that.
now.
Depends how you want to. I mean, I treat you like a smoker. Let the smoke crud build up on the edge. It's all right.
Let that soot just build up.
If you didn't get sick the last time you used it, then it's all just flavor, right?
That's right. That's
true.
Well, that's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Oh, love the silence right after that.
Yeah. Damon, what do you got here for Danny? Let's go around the table.
I mean, just how did all this get started for you?
Completely by accident. Every bit of it is by accident. So I am a COVID guy that started up April of 2020, and I'm lucky in the fact that I started so early into COVID, and I wish I was one of the guys that was doing it 5 years before, because this has been, it's been incredible. It's been fun. It's been a wild ride. I've learned a ton from it. It's now my career, which is crazy to still even think about. But it all started in a way of, I had a group of 5 or 10 friends that I was in the office with or whatever, and I'd cook a steak and I'd nail it, and then I'd take a picture of it and send it to them, or take it to work the next day and say, hey, look what I cooked. And they would do the same. Right. And we all lost that personal interaction. And what happened is, COVID hit and we locked down and blah, blah, blah. Right. And that went from, cooking the steak or cooking the brisket, cooking the ribs or pizza or what you name it. And then I'd have to send the picture of it to, 10 or 15 people by the time we started eating it. And my wife was like, this is kind of madness at this point. Why don't you just start an Instagram page? Because I never had Instagram before any of this. I never had a personal Instagram. And she's like, then your friends can just follow you, and then you just post it on there. And that's everybody sees it all at the same time. And I think it was, it was an evil genius on my wife. She's so much smarter than I am. In the first place, and she probably won't see this. This is actually
I think we could all make that case.
And yeah, so she just got to eat dinner quicker. Is the gist of it. And then at the same time, we had a small. Our daughter at the time was about a year old, 6 months to from 6 months to a year, kind of as all this was starting up, and she didn't sleep for anything. She was up 24 hours a day, it seemed. And the only way she would sleep is my wife and I would have to take turns, picking her up out of her crib or whatever, rocking her. And then you put her back down and she starts screaming again. So, we had those nights as parents where it was just like, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet on this one. I'm going to stay up. I'll rock her. And what I would do is she would fall asleep in my arms. And then, I'm wide awake at this point with nothing to do. So I've got this Instagram page, and me being who I am and, a maniac in my own right in a number of different ways, I'm like, well, maybe I can get to 100 followers on this. That would be really cool. Like beyond my 10 friends that are seeing this and tell me that their steak is better than mine. And then I got 100, and then it went to 500, and then it went to 1,000. And I started, while I was up at night with the baby, I started looking at like, how do you get other people to see your Instagram post? And at that time it was, use these hashtags and blah, 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 all the Instagram hacks or whatever. And as it turned out, nobody else in the world had anything to do either. So they were just on social media, and it was a really, really, really good time to do it. And then this thing called Reels started, right around that same time, maybe 6 months after that, mid to late 2020. And then I knew nothing about taking pictures. I knew nothing about making videos. The only thing I really know how to do was, cook barbecue on my big green egg in my backyard. And so from there, it was the competitive nature in me was like, well, maybe I can take this a little bit further. Maybe I'll go from 500 to 1,000 or whatever. And then I had a company reach out to me, and to this day, it's been 3+ years. I couldn't even tell you what the company was, and they were like, "Hey, you want to try our product?" And I was just like, "Wait, you're gonna send me something for free just because I post these pictures of these terrible looking steaks or whatever?" And it started from there. Then it was like, well, let me see if I can get some more exposure, and maybe somebody's going to want to send me, something cooler or whatever. And really, just one thing led to the other. It snowballed, and I started making videos, and they were as bad as my pictures in the very beginning. And there was never a purpose behind it other than just kind of people seeing my friends seeing what I was doing. And then it grew, and then it my videos got better. I asked a ton of questions to anybody that would respond to me. I know that you guys had him on not too long ago, but Chris Sussman, Barbecue Buddha,
Yeah.
he was one of the people that responded to me. I sent him a message not too long ago, and I was like, I sent him a screenshot of with the message that he sent to me in like May of 2020. And I was just like, hey, this thing seems cool to me. You seem to have the hang of it, and we cook the same things the same ways a lot of times. What advice do you have for me? So I asked a lot of people, questions like that, and I learned a lot. And I learned a lot about lighting and how to make videos. And they say good artists borrow, but great artists steal. I knew literally zero about doing any of this, and I've taken a little piece of, oh, somebody does this camera angle, or uses this lighting to highlight this in the video or whatever, right? And then I took those dozen things and put them all into my videos. And then I had some I would say modest growth in followers and views coming out of 2020 and then 2021, and then things started really taking off. Like I went from, I think, 20,000 to like 120,000 within 8 months or something like that, and then it grew from there. But really, it's just that I think it's more so the kind of competitive drive in me to compete with myself and quietly compete with other people that are doing things or wanting to do things better, and learning more and more about the craft. And at that point, it was all barbecue. That was
Right.
my passion. That's kind of like I said earlier, right? It's me, my wife, and my 6-month-old baby can only eat so many briskets in a week and stuff like that. And what I realized was the barbecue community on social media, greatest community that there is on social media. Um, the tightest community, the nicest people.
Hmm.
Even back in the early days, you send a message to anybody, you get an answer of, how do I do this or that, or I'm thinking about this or whatever. But as the competitive kind of juices in me kicked in, I realized that while great people, great community, friendly people, it was small relatively. And I started having these aspirations of like, well, maybe I can get to 100,000 followers and 500,000 or whatever. Like, and going from there, like I started to realize and think about some of the things that I enjoyed doing for as part of this, and it was teaching people how to do these different things. And I started weaning off of, if that's the right word, barbecue a little bit more and more, and getting into like, here's how you cook a pizza. And then I started doing things that were just kind of convenient to my time to be able to cook with a 1 year old, 2 year old baby in the house. And that got into more of like the tailgate food, the appetizers, the finger food, stuff like that. And then it's grown from there, and it's really kind of hit its stride. And a lot of that's been driven by the people that follow me as well. As whenever I do a video that really hits well, I know people are getting excited about it, then I'll try to do something else that's similar but a little bit different, right? To have some different flavors and things like that. And I think some of the best compliments that I've gotten are from people that they'll write me, they'll send me a DM, and they'll say, I've never cooked for my family before, but I took your tray of pickle poppers to the family whatever, and they were gone in a second, and everybody thinks I know how to cook now, something like that. And
Yeah.
that's really what
That's-
keeps me going with this. It's a lot of fun to get those messages and see
Absolutely.
that it's not just it's not just about me doing it, but there's some aspect of helping other people as well with it, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about, man. Helping
Yeah.
others.
Yep, and it's
We-
been fun, and I've met a lot of great people along the way as well. So that's icing on top of the cake.
For sure,
Yeah.
man.
We do have a good question on a foodie topic. Speaking of Midwest, I know everyone likes it, but it's a real big staple up here, and that is yep, there you go. Going to try for some Ohio whitetail in the AM. Do any of you like cooking wild game? Yes. I don't
Yeah.
even
Yes.
buy ground beef. I just shoot a deer every year, and it's literally the steaks and all ground burger with 10% beef fat added. That's my life. But yeah, I just did a video, Kenny, last week or week after, where I did like the cream venison over white rice. That was
You
a
did.
really
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
it was a really nice treat. Yeah, man, what I always tell people is just go to Pinterest and type up ground beef recipes, and then just sub ground beef for ground venison. I mean, or
If
ground sausage. I mean, anything that requires like ground any kind of meat, like just sub it out for venison, and just find a nice like herbal blend. Kenny, I think you're in the Redbeard. I think you're local here. The Redbeard Wild Game is designed specifically for that. It's got a lot of rosemary, thyme in there. It's a couple strong herbs to help overpower that strong gamey flavor. So even if you don't go with that, something with like a lot of rosemary and thyme in the ingredients would be my suggestion. What about you guys on
Oh
venison?
yeah,
Nombre, Texas, South
I
Texas.
do. I do a lot of backstrap. We ground it. We make jerky out of it. This is for deer. It's dove season here in South Texas. I
Up
was
here
cleaning
too.
out I was cleaning out the freezer and I found a whole bag of dough, so I'm gonna probably make that Sunday.
Ooh.
Hot and fast. You don't want to dry it out. If you're not gonna put it in a popper, it's gonna do hot and fast and be some good stuff. So that's where I'm aiming at for. But yeah, there's so much. You just treat the animal like a cow. Whatever you think. You can deep fry it. You can grill it. You can slow cook it. Whatever.
yeah, absolutely.
Wild game too. Wild pig. You gotta It's a little bit extra work. Make sure it's not too big. The bigger the pig, the more just stank it has, right? You want to stick to the girl side of it too. So,
Yeah.
um,
And
what
also what
else?
time of the year, like
Yeah.
venison too. Like if you're getting one butchered, if you shoot one early season when it's beefing up for the rut, then that meat's really good and still fairly
Mhm.
tender. But if
Yeah.
you shoot one like late in the season, it's going to be more run down. It's going to have
Oh
tougher
yeah.
meat.
It
It's
might
going
have
to be
even worse of a
pissing all
game
over
because
it.
of
It's
it.
going to be pissing all over itself for
Yeah.
about 3 more months. So like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
you want to just stick with jerky, venison, and burger on those late season bucks for sure.
hey, but
Yeah.
we played around with it with the wildness of it, like for venison wise though. We took a roast one time and put it in a crock pot and poured a whole 2 liter of Coca-Cola in it. and it changed that whole profile of that meat because it gave that sweetness from the Coca-Cola into the meat. And it was just like, I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever, but it turned out amazing.
Yep. That Coke, man, it's a real tenderizer, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Danny, what
Yeah,
about
man.
you on the venison game?
So I don't do a whole lot of wild game. I've actually just kind of recently got into learning about it, hanging out, doing some open fire cooking and learning about it. Been to a couple events with Al Fergoni, doing one in just outside of San Antonio here in about a month, about 3 weeks, going out there, and we're going to cook all sorts of.
You're gonna be in Hondo?
I am. Yep.
Oh, I'll see you there.
You're
Yeah.
going to be there? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. That'll be great. Yeah, and yeah, I was out in California. We did a meetup out there earlier in the year, and I learned to just stop asking questions and just eat it. Like if he hands you something, you just eat it, and it's all delicious. It's all fantastic. But it's one of those things, just like you guys are saying. Like you just have to know how to prepare it, and you know the intricacies of what you're cooking, and yeah, it turns out really well most of the time. But no, it's something I'd like to get into more. I'd like to start cooking gator and some of those things like that, and do some content around that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'll be studying and doing a lot of research on that as that comes up.
Taking notes.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you get what team did you get assigned to support or food support? Or you're gonna do a main animal?
Yeah, I'm doing pork belly.
Awesome.
With Brianna from Married to Barbecue and Cherie Eat With Me XYZ. We're on the pork belly team, so we got some tricks up our sleeve here.
Yeah, that's gonna be some good stuff, man. Put some tomato and some just on a sandwich and have a veal pork belly sandwich. Sheesh.
Are you doing? Are you cooking?
Yeah,
as well?
I'm
Are
gonna
you
be
on a
helping
team?
out. I'm gonna help out Victor with the alligators this year. Last year on the first annual, I did the pigs. So just moving around wherever they want me.
I got you. There you go.
And the foals, that steer, that's a tough one. It's a big team. It took 26 hours last year, so there was a night shift, and we got there that morning. That night shift was like, yeah, we're gonna go take a 4-hour nap or 2-hour nap. We'll be back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. That'll be my first time that I've seen the steer, and yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, so, no, it's gonna be a good bunch there. You're gonna meet Big Hobbs. Big Hobbs was on the show maybe a month already ago. So
yeah, I haven't met him yet. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
He's elusive. He stood me up more times than you did, Danny.
Oh, well, that's saying something then. That's good.
Like a lot. Top 3.
Hey,
no, I'm joking.
I mean, if I'd have known there was somebody doing better than me, then I wouldn't have. I'd have waited.
Yeah, it'd been like, screw you and your pineapple. You probably like it, you loser. No, Nombre, what question you got for Danny?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh,
wow,
5-year plan. Go.
Oh man, I don't know where I'm going to see myself tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
I do. I get the question from time to time of like, what's next, or what's on the roadmap, or what's coming, and I legitimately don't have an answer to that at this point. But I can't wait to see what it is. I'm going to stay with the social media food content creation as long as I possibly can. Again, like I said, I've met some great people doing it, made some great friends, gotten to travel and do some awesome events like we're talking about, going to Hondo and doing some things like that. But I don't know. I've got a lot of experience in the corporate world and about 20 years in corporate sales, and have a lot of background there. So I legitimately don't know. I mean, I would love, probably like everybody, right? I'd love to have a show on the Food Network and be the next Guy Fieri and that sort of thing. But I'll keep my sights set on what's reasonable for the time being and just see where it takes me. But I've always got my eyes out. Gonna have working on a cookbook right now, and just seeing different ways to grow social media still. I'd love to be at 1 million followers, be one of those guys, 1 million followers across the board, and
that'd be cool. That'd be real cool.
It would, and to me, it's not necessarily it's not about being able to beat my chest and say, look at me, or any of that. that means that people are really digging what I'm doing, and
It takes a
that
lot of
people are
shares. It takes a lot of shares to get to 1 million across the board, man.
crazy amounts, right? And it's it's that personal satisfaction that I get of when somebody sends my video to somebody else and they say, hey, you have to make this or something like that. Like that's what does it for me. To create something basically out of nowhere, or some crazy idea like some kind of deep fried deviled egg or whatever, combining a bunch of flavors together that other people think are cool. Like that's really neat for me. So I want to continue growing on social media because of that stuff, and we'll see what comes of it from there.
For sure, man.
Hell
I
yeah.
was promised that I was going to get my modeling discovery on the show tonight based on your viewership. So maybe I'll be
I
walking.
said that crazier things have happened. What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I took that as a guarantee.
Ah,
Yeah, see, that's what happens. Yeah,
Classic mix up. Classic mix up.
Yep.
Welcome
It
to the Dude
happens in
Network.
2023. People want more than what you got, man. But we do what we can.
Hey, I thought I was going to be walking a fat guy runway somewhere. Modeling.
Hey, you can do our fat guy runway. What?
You know what? He's onto something there, Tony. He's onto something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what. This might lead to that. After this, I'm going to go buy the domain of like fatguymodeling.com. So then I'm just filing trademark for it like right now.
Is that available?
Boom.
I sure hope so.
Sign me up, man. You need a 6'2", 2X dude. I'm here for you, man.
Hey, that man's on it right there.
We'll put some plans together. We'll drink a couple beers and talk about that in Hondo.
There you go.
He's flexing already. Look at him.
It says, can't reach this page. It's available. You heard it here first.
We own something.
Tony's on the trademark page trying to put it in before.
Well, I'm wondering if like fatguymodels.com is taken at this point.
Can you imagine a bunch of dudes wearing white New Balance just walking around in blue jean shorts and stuff? This is freaking beautiful.
Hey, that's it right there. That's a Dude Network calendar right there.
That is also not available. Fatguymodels.com.
So I had you know how they sell destroyed jeans? Why don't they have New Balance shoes with green stains on them already from cutting the grass?
That's a good question.
Wow.
I'm throwing it out there.
There you go.
That's real good.
And then even if you don't even chew tobacco, have a faded ring in your back pocket.
Hey.
Baldandbeautiful.com is taken. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
it's Cynthia's website too. It just says to purchase, call such and such. I'm like, you sneaky.
That's not none of us here. We might be bald, but ain't none of us beautiful. I promise.
And it's going to redirect to some creepy OnlyFans page or something for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll do it if I have to.
Whatever makes the money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries.
Look at him. He's typing away to the.
Yeah, he's in it now.
I'm entering a credit card number right now, reserving some domains.
I'm not buying that one, right, but there's some. Yeah.
Poor Danny's gonna search it. What the hell?
Everybody's
I had 4 great ideas, and now they're all gone. Just like
everybody's got like an algorithm right now. Like I'll something on speaker. Your algorithm is done for like tomorrow. Like
here we go.
Oh, y'all be ready for y'all's text messages tomorrow, boys.
Oh yeah. Nombres gets
Just do it before 7:30. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. Oh, is that what time the Cox play tomorrow?
That's what time the Cox is playing.
Danny, who's your college team? Since you've been all over the country in 3 stages of your life in 3 different, very different places.
Don't say Sooners. Don't say Sooners. Don't say Sooners. Oh, I mean, go ahead.
I married into a Sooner household.
Yeah.
Just
it's okay.
Hey,
it's okay.
Hey,
you can't help it. It's okay. There's a lot of Texas boys that play for that team. It's okay.
Appreciate you giving us your quarterback.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
a Rattler. Appreciate you.
I like Kenny. He's funny.
It's been interesting, So when my wife and I met, my wife is from Oklahoma, and that's in a roundabout way how we ended up back here. I went to one of those colleges that I would say it's a step above printing off the piece of paper, hanging it on the wall, but we didn't have a football team. I went to a technical school, so I had no allegiance, and it just worked out well that she was super passionate about it, and works out even better now that I'm living here. So it just makes life a lot easier. But there's it's been an interesting up and down being a Sooner fan.
Yeah.
Okay. NFL team.
Giants, New York Giants. So that goes back to like when we were talking about the pizza and being from the Northeast. So I'm a Giants football fan and a Yankees baseball fan, and I'm already looking forward to the draft and next season for both of those. Basically, we'll see if the Giants can put anything together this year.
So
but
what's your feeling on the quarterback Dimes?
I think he's going to be good. He still needs some help. I mean, he needs better line. He needs more.
It's got to be an
support
offensive
around
line
him.
issue at this point, right?
Well, yeah, because that's and I'm glad you brought that up. That guy is showing he belongs. They're just missing pieces.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Missing pieces. The dude's
Yeah.
faster than what he seems too. I tell you, he's so fast he tripped on himself. You know?
He's so fast he overran his own feet, man. That's how fast he was.
You know, it's crazy.
Damon's
Like,
what the fuck are y'all talking about? man?
he did he did a decent 40, but I tell you what, when it's game time, he runs faster because I'm gonna get smashed by these dudes. Anyways,
the funniest thing I remember hearing about him. This was right after the draft, right? The Giants took him 6th in the draft from Kentucky, and I forget who it was. It might have been like Shaq or Charles Barkley or one of those commentator guys talking about like Daniel Jones is the guy that they hired to play Eli Manning in the documentary about Peyton Manning, just with his whole demeanor and whole thing, and but he's come a long way. And the crazy thing about that, I remember that draft because the Giants had great picks and in it, and they took Saquon, and then they traded up to get Jones and that, and they could have had Baker Mayfield in that. And I still, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion. This is borderline pineapple on pizza here, but I think Baker Mayfield is a winner, and I think he wins in the NFL. And they could have had him, and this was him coming out of Oklahoma and planting the flag at Ohio State, blah 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 blah, right? And I'm still a little salty that they didn't take him in the draft. But
who took him?
Well, actually, you're Baker was the draft before Daniel, because Browns took Baker number 1 overall. And
the
then
Giants
the next
had the
year,
opportunity.
And Baker
to trade
actually
up
got in trouble. Baker actually got in trouble for talking shit about the Giants taking Daniel Jones, how big of a stretch it was.
Yeah. The Giants had the opportunity to trade up in the draft and get him and Saquon.
No, they could have traded up and got Baker.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think Saquon is kind of a wild card at this point. He's got the ankle sprain, and he's
injury prone, bro. He's injury prone. It's sad. Such a good back. Jesus Christ.
It is, and I picked him, and he was my number 1 draft pick in my fantasy draft this year.
He's failed me 3 times with injuries every year. Yeah,
I had Nick Chubb, so there's that.
Yeah.
But
talking about losing the Chubb
very quickly.
You want to get rid of a boner real quick? Look at that injury. Yeah.
No, I was talking about losing Chubb.
Hey, he's talking about losing Chubb.
Where are you going there, Tony? Jesus Christ, you're on fire today.
Well, for other people, that does work.
I give Chubb's benefit of the doubt though. He's like damn Gumby. I mean, he can bend all kind of ways, but don't never bust anything. So
I still can't believe
MCL.
He's never blown out his ACL.
Right. I mean, he ain't never blew the ACL, and that's the second time on that same knee.
Yeah, still no ACL tear.
The first one was nasty. The first one was the flamingo bend. Oh,
yeah, it's full dislocation. It was a full dislocation. It was bad.
Yep.
That just gives me the chills just hearing that.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough one. So Danny, man, do you have any like big events outside of the Hondo for the end of the year, or are you just putting a lot of eggs in that basket? And
that's the big thing for now. I just came back from Florida last month. I went to Daytona with King's Hawaiian Rolls. We went to a race there and had a big event, and that was a good time. And I don't do too much. I'm not doing competition cooking or anything like that. I honestly don't have the time to focus on it and dedicate to it. And no other real big events or anything that's going on. You know, if I get invited to something or something comes up, I'll try to do it. But no, just, you know, keep an eye out on social media, and I'll keep asking the hard questions that generates, you know, lots of passionate responses, and you know, that's where you'll find me.
Yeah, tomorrow ask if hot dog's a sandwich. You're welcome.
I did that, and that was that did not get near the response of the pizza one.
Really?
Yeah, pineapple pizza gets people mad.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's right up there with chili and beans. I'm telling
it
you.
fires them
Yeah.
up, man.
I might do that one. I might do the chili and beans one tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
What
And
happens
for the
there.
record,
Yes.
I don't care
Yes.
if it does or doesn't. Don't bother me.
Yeah.
I just think if it's like, it doesn't have beans in it, and it's hot dog sauce.
Right.
It's no longer a soup without the beans. Like,
Right.
it's hard to make. Chili to me is a soup. You know, like, no,
Absolutely.
chili's
Mhm.
chili. Well, chili's a soup. I'm sorry. Like,
I can get
And
that.
that's a big Texas debate too. Like that's the big conversation.
I
And
think there's
people,
only like 2 regions of Texas that don't do the beans and chili, and I think Austin was one of them.
Mhm. Yeah, yep, and that gets people fired up over that.
I mean,
Is Austin North Central?
it's central, bro. That's our capital.
Central.
Now it's weird. He probably left before it got weird.
No, because Redneck Chef Boudreaux, whatever region he's in, they're also big no beans and chili section of Texas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I left before Austin turned into LA. It was weird back in the day, and
you heard him. I didn't say it. He said it.
Yeah.
He said, "I left Austin before it became California."
Yeah,
there you go.
Yep.
Heard it here first.
Chauncey, I didn't say it.
So
no.
But hey guys, what do we got Sunday? We got Branch barbecue on Sunday.
That's right.
I will be with Branch earlier in the day. I'll try not to get him too tuned up at the Dog Pound tailgate party.
Hey, keep him away from that Munilot.
Yeah, I'll keep the High West here at the house. I'll keep the High West here.
And the Munilot. Keep him away from the Munilot.
Yeah, we won't take him to the Muni lot. We're gonna do butt crack shots and Muni lots.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, buddy.
Frosty there.
But that just sounds.
Oh, hey, we got just because. Sorry, shit. I just saw you exit it. You just exited too.
Yep. All right. It's all good. It's all good.
No. It was so funny. That's a good way to end it. We'll end it on this. All right, guys. Before we get out of here, Danny, thank you so much for joining us here tonight,
Thank
man.
you guys.
Everybody go check them out at Cooking in the Yard. Cooking with a G, not cooking.
Yep.
Cooking in the Yard. He's blowing up. He's massive. Hop along for the ride if you haven't already, but you probably already are because it seems like everybody's following you with that many followers. But for those that aren't, get out of the rock. Go follow Danny. And before we get to Sunday's show, we're going to start a new segment here. And Damon, go ahead and send it out here, man.
Hey, it's just because. Here we go. It's just because.
Now watch this. You got to start from the beginning.
Sharp shooting.
One more time.
Jeez.
One more time. Here we go.
That's like Billy Madison and Playground.
I like how the dudes like dap up after this. Like, yeah, good shot, dude. Like, watch.
Yeah, right here to the right. Yep.
Can we talk?
Yeah, that's
can
what's
we
up,
talk
son.
about?
That's what's up. You showed her.
Can we talk about how she probably hurt herself more throwing herself on the ground like that?
Yeah.
You know? I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't think she threw herself on the ground, bro. I think she fell to the ground.
Yeah.
From blunt force to the nose.
No, man. I tell you what, she's taking more in the face than that before. Sorry. Jesus.
We saw the build up coming there. That was
that was coming. Yes, build up. Jesus. Oh God. Here we go. Oh man. All right, guys. We'll see everybody Sunday, 9:00. Daily content in between. Like, follow, share. Don't forget, we got a podcast. Watch all your favorite episodes at your convenience. The video is also available on Spotify. Thank you again, as always. Drink garage beer, and we will see you all next time. Let's go.